Inherited Earth. This is a Dungeons and Dragons slash Ultramodern 5e Redux game. Basically, what that means is we are playing Dungeons and Dragons in a futuristic or, let's say, World of Tomorrow post-apocalyptic setting with rule sets brought to you by Deus Ex Machina's Ultramodern 5e Redux. Let's see here. I'll show you that little book. Give a little bit of free promo. This beauty right here. I got that in the mail a few weeks ago. I've been using the PDF for the last couple of years. Started with an actual high science fiction campaign. And this is our first, well, my first stream. We do have a self-proclaimed VIP here who has appeared on another stream or two or three or several. You might recognize her. She's playing Lily Lagarde today. You know her by name-ish, Vivacia. We also have, and we're going to be using screen names or character names for safety. You know, that's very important. As a caring DM, as a loving DM, we like to maintain that here. So we have Noah McCann here with the excellent coif and glasses, a delightful ginger beard.
Hello.
He is our medic, a man of, let's see here, of education, of refinement, of many books. Of course, returning to Lily, we have the techie from another world. That comes to play quite a bit in this setting, which I'll get around to here in a moment. We have Nasha right here in the lower center with the fabulous, the refined looking brickwork background. And she will today be our sniper with a little bit of a twist that isn't really introduced in the Ultramodern 5e book, but those of you who have played Ranger or something similar in Dungeons and Dragons will be familiar to a certain degree. We're going to throw you a few surprises through this. And finally, as soon as I click over, Lou Switchback Beekman there in the lower, I want to say right hand. I don't know how it looks for y'all, but hopefully you'll tell us in the chat if you exist. That is our civilian, our everyman, and our all-around cool dude who seems to have stepped directly out of the 1990s.
Sup?
So, just to explain a little bit for anybody, once again, watching now or in the future, Inherited Earth is a post-semi-apocalypse setting. Essentially, what has happened in the year 2025, our world, or one very much like it, was sort of catastrophically overlapped by one or more, probably more like thousands, of Dungeons and Dragons worlds, settings, and so forth, as well as some home-brewed little brainchilds of my own. Those will be popping in and out, hopefully, over the course of our adventure. This is our technically third session. You are watching second-level players right now, or second-level characters, engage in this. We do have a hero not present right now who is off doing awesome things in real life. And I actually want to congratulate that individual. If she ever ends up seeing this, hopefully she will. She is playing the missing, elusive, fun, and ingenious Judith Jamerson, who, of course, like I said, is not present right now. We'll get around to that. In the last couple of adventures, Mr. Beekman, young Master Beekman, found himself missing, found himself stuck in a basement, surrounded by miscreants of unknown origin, and accosted by just the ugliest giant chickens you've ever seen. That seems to be a problem locally, just crawling with ugly giant chickens. Now, for those of you who are familiar with D&D or fantasy in general, you probably have an idea of what an ugly giant chicken is, but they got to find out over the course of 2 sessions. I like to draw out a simple mystery like that, mainly because I'm just a slow guy. Let's get started here. So, after your little misadventure in the secondhand store basement in the land of giant chickens, having been rescued by the rest of these wonderful individuals, along with the now missing, or at least not right now present, Judith Jamerson as the wheel person, uh, you've had a couple days to rest. All three of you have. What do you think you would have spent that time doing? We'll start with Noah, just because Noah's up in my upper left hand corner and I feel like going clockwise.
All right, seeing as how it's been a little bit of time, I will be primarily working at the hospital. And then in my spare time, um, probably trying to get into contact with these sisters and see exactly, get as many details as I can about what they need us to do for them.
Oh, yes, the favor or job that they have offered. For
Yes.
viewers, the sisters that he refers to are the Sisters of Song and Knowledge, an all female, slightly nun like knightly order. They are essentially the bastion of the traditional Dungeons and Dragons classes, your Bardic College, your actual paladins, so on and so forth. They're ladies mainly of ass kicking, but also of education, uh, taking care of orphans and non orphans. And the last job, or before our players engaged in the last little bit of adventure, trying to liberate Mr. Beekman from this dank, dark, chicken filled basement, um, was a simple escort quest, you would think. Now, Ms. Lagarde, what do we think you would be doing for the last couple days?
Well, she would have, probably been tinkering around and, digging up information and, you know, making calls, stuff like that. Just, trying to kill some time until, they're going to help the sisters and do the job.
Okay. What do we think we are trying to dig up information on, given the circumstances?
Well, she would probably see if after he told us about the cockatrice, she would probably be looking that up. She would be looking up the people that she's maybe Switchback got something in his history that she needs to know about, because he got kidnapped. Why? So she would probably be digging in that, seeing if she can find any chatter or anything about that. Probably with not much luck.
Well, let's see. Why don't you go ahead and give me an investigation or investigation adjacent roll? With 2 days, we'll do 2 rolls.
Okay. Oh, yeah. And you said investigation or?
Investigation or investigation adjacent. Let's take a look
Mhm.
here. Yeah, let's go with investigation straight
All
up.
right. I'll have to roll that at disadvantage since, she got that psych trauma migraines.
Mm-hmm. Yes, being suddenly transported against across interdimensional lines will do that.
Oh, all right. So that is a 14. Too bad. The other one was a 24.
Well, 14 isn't too bad. Just asking around, you get a lot of positive information, a lot of positive opinions of Lou. Laid back guy. Always on time, though. So that's a little bit surprising. He has a little bit of that stoner vibe, maybe a little flaky, up front. But the guy is always on time, if not early, and nice enough, friendly enough. People really like him. However, he is local-ish. And so people know a little bit about him, about his past, a little bit about his family. Actually, a lot of bit about his family. Not a lot of great things to say. Kind of involved in some of the scuzzier goings on.
So when she does that, is that in any way connected or opposed to what her parents are doing?
Well,
Like in what circles they run, she just doesn't want to, kick
Lou,
off
of course,
any,
lives on this side of the family kind of. It mirrors it in a way.
but no
Uh,
connections, no
not
alliances.
that you're not picking up that much information on that.
Okay.
Very similar kind of operations, but maybe just a little bit more blue collar, maybe a little bit more backwoods, kind of a little bit of that. mm, what's the word? Gosh, why can't I remember it? They invented stock car racing. Illegal distilling during Prohibition.
Hillbilly?
Oh, well, yeah, that too, naturally. No, no. uh,
I mean, it's probably not too far back in his family history.
oh no, it certainly isn't. I'd say even mom and dad. I don't want to say mean things about Lou's mom. He's got a hidden rough streak in him, but yeah.
I mean, Switchback already kind of does sound mafia, doesn't it?
Little mafia. It's more
Little familia.
no, no, it's not quite. You know what? It's just not that sophisticated. Basically, a lot of bathtub drugs being sold by or moved by some of Lou's family. He does not appear to be the kind of person who uses or does that. But that might have been back there. That could make some people angry. Now, Lou, we haven't really established where in town you live and what you do with your spare time. You've been given a couple days off to recover. You cut a couple boots. You got a nice little knot on the back of your head from getting knocked out. So yeah, they found somebody to sub in on your delivery routes. So yeah, why don't you fill us in on where's home? How do you live? What do you do? What are you doing?
Well, Lou spends most of the 2 days recuperating. He was recovering from being captured, so he kind of hung out back at the home base of the mansion.
Yeah.
And was under the care of them there. But when it comes to a place where he sleeps regularly, that's not so important to Lou. He sleeps wherever his skateboard ends and the night is warm, or if it's dry enough.
Right.
But most of the time, it's a matter of if he's being paid to be there.
Right. So just kind of I don't want to say man about town, but yeah, you kick your feet up wherever you find yourself at the end of the night.
At the first night he spent back at the mansion, and the second night he actually propped his legs up at a campground near the Greenway.
All right. So let's see here. For that one night, let's give us a perception check, please. Of course, this is, a little bit of a retroactive one, but
7.
7. All right. Yeah. No, you're not hearing any giant, barnyard fowl. No large poultry in the bushes. Maybe a few nighttime pigeons here and there, but that's about it. And the Greenway's peaceful. This is if you're on the edge of the Greenway or in it or near it, you're gonna probably hear Wagon Wheel 600 or 700 times a night, played on an acoustic guitar. A lot of hippies in the Greenway. That's kind of why they live there. And honestly, it sounds like Lou might be cool with that. So
he sleeps on the edge. He's like, all right. Sup, guys? No, you need something sent into town? I'm on it. Cool.
And then out like a light. All right. Now, Nasha, always vigilant Nasha. What are we up to for 2 days? Not nausea, Nasha.
At the moment, both. Yeah. Nasha would be definitely just, now that we have a better idea on like who those, because I would have put together that the shady characters people were talking about were the ones that clobbered my acquaintance. Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. Let me take a look at the numbers real quick, but I think that's pretty reasonable. Let's do that.
I mean, I would have sat Switchback down at some point, with rope if necessary, and to ask some extremely pointed questions. I mostly along the lines of, why did they grab you? To which I assume the answer is, I don't know. And for
man,
descriptions of everybody.
I just like stepped out and they just like grabbed me. It sucked.
I don't know what I expected. And just, you know, see if I can get some descriptions. I don't know if that's something we would have to roll for, but given as he's probably concussed.
Well, yeah. Let's see here. You know what? I don't think. Nah. Lou caught like 2 points of damage in that whole thing. No concussion there. It's more a question of, Lou, how much information do you think you would have shared about your experience?
Well, like, okay, there was this one guy who had this crazy like tattoo on his chest that was pretty big. It was like a padlock, but the box of it was a skull. It was pretty dope, but he was big, so it was scary. And like he was mad. I mean, so like I tried to hit him and he didn't like that, and that was fine. But you know, I got out of there. You know, but he was big. I'm glad he didn't hit me.
Someone didn't like that you tried to hit them.
Well,
the wonders never cease.
They bag over my head, bro. I didn't go first, right? Like he hit me, basically. Oh, also cockatrices. There were like horrifying cockatrices down there, man. Like they had a bunch of them on purpose.
That would explain a few things.
Yeah, you know about cockatrices. They're bad. Like if they bite you, stoned. I mean, like turned to stone.
Middle of that sentence, Nasha would have walked out the door. Just like, no.
All right, so
goodbyes are for people I can stand. I would probably have. Other than that, I would have. Well, first thing I would have done, I forget his name because my notes didn't save, apparently. But the guy I talked to at the Greenway, who was absolutely convinced that there was ghost chickens or something happening. I would have gone to talk to him, and tell him what was going on. That I think I found the root of that problem, and that he doesn't have to worry about chickens in his part of town because there are something considerably worse that are
okay,
not
Chandler.
by the Greenway.
Yeah, Chandler.
Yes,
the never not nervous. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
The man with enough nervous energy to run the London Underground for a month. That was the one.
Yeah. You get like 2 minutes into that conversation and he starts like packing. Like you find him near his house and he's like, all right, so here's the thing. It's really nice here. I like hanging out. There's a lot of what do you want to call it? Gin here every night, and a lot of music, a lot of cute girls with dreadlocks, but I don't want to get turned into a statue. I'm not about it. Like you've got the knife and the gun and the bow and the arrow and everything, and you hang out with tough guys, and you hang out at the mansion. But me, I'm just a dude. I like hippie girls. I think, I should have gotten an apartment or something in town, but I'm just gonna burn this one. I'm out. And like into his yurt he goes, and you just hear like the packing of objects.
A solid minute after he's finished talking, I realize he's finally done. And go, and the other person that I'd want to touch base with, if I could, would be the sister that I was being, that was, also done with everyone's shit, who I don't think we ever got a name for.
Mm-mm.
But I would try to find her again. So far, the children and that woman are the only people I've met in the last few days that I actively like.
Right. The sisters are the bus is no longer parked outside the mansion by the second day.
Okay.
They're still present in town. You do catch just whispers on the wind. Maybe literally if you pass by the cemetery again. That one of them, the more stylish seeming one, was downtown, kind of keeping an eye on Drank Street.
That's probably what I would want to do too then. Now that we have narrowed our field, keeping a general eye out, not doing anything necessarily specific, not necessarily taking any action if nobody's paying me for it, but we're about to go on this mission. There is a non-zero possibility that these people are somewhat, are trying to hinder us. And at the end of the day, I would like to avoid innocents getting hurt if at all possible.
Right.
I might not go out of my way to fix to stop that from happening, but I'll, if I've got nothing better to do.
So we're thinking you would be trying to find that particular sister wherever she's at or being seen.
That's the closest I would have to a goal. Yes.
Okay. All right.
It's Nasha is very much in many ways a self-insert. So when she doesn't have work to do, she doesn't know what to do with herself.
Fair. Okay. That's literally the opposite of me, but all right.
Yeah, if I'm not working, I don't know what I'm doing. So, she'd be kind of basically wandering that area, just keeping a general eye out, just absorbing information.
Okay.
I've got not eidetic memory, but the other one, because eidetic memory is its own thing in this game.
Yeah. Let's see here.
So I'd be just kind of absorbing the other one.
You have none of your skills or side skills written down on your character sheet that I have, by the way.
Oh, wait. Okay, hang on. I'll fix that in a sec. I have them on the one I didn't send you.
Okay. Yeah, and one thing you definitely notice down on Drank Street, which, of course, you probably popped by a few times before the last couple days, and, you're aware that it's generally pretty hopping in a kind of scuzzy way, aside from outside of Spanky's, which is, given the name, kind of paradoxical, but having possibly met Spanky at some point, tight ship.
Met Spanky the Axe.
Yeah. You've seen the Axe or you've heard of it. Yeah. And that really explains everything you need to know about the atmosphere of that particular establishment.
I would like it there.
Yeah. People are a little thin on the ground on Drank Street these last couple days. Like, only the real diehard drunks are about. And that's all of you who might visit that area have noticed that.
Okay. So people know something's going on.
Let's
All right.
see here.
Yeah.
Let's hand it over to Noah again. Now, you've been working over at the medical center, not just a hospital, but a medical center.
Medical center.
Let's cook something up. Not really. Let's just do kind of a soft insight test. Been working in the hospital, you might be hearing things.
That would be an 8.
People have been showing up with some at nights. So does Noah work night shift generally or day shift?
More than likely night. Bit low man on the totem pole. Also young enough to handle it. Yeah, more than likely nights.
Okay. Pardon me. So people have been showing up with some interesting wounds. They look like scratch wounds, not quite cuts.
How large?
Larger than a house cat, smaller than a cougar. Kind of okay, that's a big range in there.
Some house cats.
Yeah. I would say an alarming size, but not instantly life-threatening. We're looking at stitches, definitely.
So,
and
large.
Go ahead.
Large dog-sized, but not dog shaped.
Correct.
Essentially, yeah. Yes. Okay. That's odd. So I would probably have a reasonable idea where those are coming from, given our conversations with Lou.
Yeah, probably.
It could make sense. Like,
yeah,
not a definite, but that could.
Yeah. Maybe, connected.
Yeah. Oh. That's a little worrisome. We should probably do something about that.
Probably.
And by we, I mean not me, but the marshals. I will assist them on that if need be, but yes.
And we are now in present.
If I am called to that noble duty.
Well, unfortunately for you, apparently, you are, in fact, a marshal. So,
yes.
And we are now in today. It is today. That was the connection you made last night. You have gone to sleep and woken up. It is now today. So good morning, Lily. What are we doing today?
Probably, I don't know. Do they still have coffee? They better still have coffee.
Oh, absolutely. Coffee's, yeah.
There's no way that they're not still making any, even if it's just fake coffee. So she's probably really blurry-eyed after, being up way too late, just sitting on the roof of her apartment building, just like
hacking
thinking about coffee.
Yeah.
Best connection.
And to be perfectly honestly, probably wouldn't even have fake coffee. It would probably be all the real thing. And since this part of the world, Tennessee, Murfreesboro, Tennessee, by the way, for anybody tuning in, is now a lot like a tropical area.
Oh, we might be having our own coffee.
Exactly. You got some of that Murfreesboro Java, just practically falling off of trees or bushes or whatever coffee grows on. I don't care.
Just stomp it and boil it.
Mm-hmm.
Not to be super coffee nerd, but they're trees, and also Murfreesboro's elevation's too low. Psst. I'm done now.
Actually, thank you.
I still want the coffee.
Yeah, fair. Well, the Appalachians are right there.
True. Yes, you could grow some nearby.
There you
The
go.
free throw itself, a bit too low. Yeah.
There. Yeah. So there's coffee.
Nerd.
Maybe the cannery is here.
Yeah. Yeah. No, there's coffee. There's plenty of coffee. There are places to get coffee. There's a place downtown. There's a delightful family restaurant run by a friendly-ish dwarf.
With an axe, yeah.
Yeah.
Totally. I'm thinking that she would be, having her coffee and doing the thing, and she's just waiting to hear from somebody like, let's go, let's make some money.
Fair enough. Well, your closest connection, just in dollars, would in fact be the sisters. Closest connection to the sisters would be either one of them themselves or Abdul back at the mansion.
Well, since I gave my number to one of the sisters if they needed help, would they have reached out in the last couple of days wondering when we were ready to take on our job?
You kind of got the impression before, once returning to the mansion, that they, being ladies of compassion, that they were prepared to give y'all a little extra time to prep. They're in no rush.
All right. So, yeah, she would probably reach out to Abdul and say, hey, I'm ready. Have you heard from the others?
Has Abdul heard from the rest of you at any point in the last 48 hours? Yeah, I see.
Yeah, Lou was there less than a day ago when he left. Because I mean, he sleeps in, you know. He probably got out of bed around 1 p.m. And then he's like, then he went to the Greenway. So he's been there within the last 24 hours.
Scratching around for cash, seeing if there's any work.
Yeah, he's broke, but I spent all my money.
And how about the rest of y'all's?
Yeah, I would have checked in fairly quick, especially after I put together the claws and cockatrices connection.
All right, that was this morning, so that would have been just about simultaneous with Lily thinking about coffee.
Sure. Yeah.
Go ahead.
Oh, I actually, give me a second. I would just. Sorry, my brain just stopped working for a second.
That happens. Yeah, you just
especially right now.
Yeah.
I ran into a friend on the subway earlier and didn't realize it until 20 minutes after she had gotten off. And she had been talking to me the entire time.
Yeah. Feel free to power cycle real quick. Your brain, I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So I think you actually, Lily, would have received a call by noon, probably, from one of the sisters, the more practical seeming one that you met a couple days earlier. The lady with the gorgeous, just voluminous afro, in fact. You recognize her voice. She was the one you spoke to.
All right. So she would call me.
Mm-hmm. And kind of just checking in. Ding. Checking in, seeing if you guys are, how robust you're feeling. There's no... She doesn't have a number for that the skinny guy that the kid that likes to ride the skateboard, the courier. She doesn't have a number for him, so she wanted to see how he's doing and how y'all are holding up after your little hullabaloo.
Yeah. So Lily will tell us, we're all doing fine so far. I was just gonna check in with Abdul and make sure everybody's ready so we can help y'all out.
Ah, okay. Well, I believe. Well, I thought your friend Judith had a phone herself, but I tried to make a phone call, tried to reach out, and nothing. I got some sort of weird hold signal. Sounded like bird chimes. No, not not giant chicken box, but little bird song, which was pretty but not helpful.
That's very, very weird. Maybe Abdul knows more about that, but I don't know if she got called away on another mission. I will have to check on that. Now, is there a way to meet or come by where you guys want us, or should I just give you a ring back when I have heard from all my companions?
Well, I'm down here having a cup of Joe with this delightful short fella at Spanky's.
Right, if you do see the axe come out, smile and be polite.
Oh, I always smile when I see a big, thick axe. Don't worry about it.
Okay, that's great. That's amazing, and I will totally let Lou know that you called me and asked for him.
All right. Well, I, I guess I'll continue to caffeinate.
Very well. Let me reach out to Abdul, and I will get back to you.
All right. Bye bye.
Bye. She's not very good at faking it. She's not really Southern, so she's like, bless your heart.
Yeah. Oh, bless your heart. Yeah.
The more this woman speaks, the more I enjoy her.
Okay, and so we're just, like I said, we're just going in a counterclockwise here. There's no preference going on right now, or initiative order. It's the first time I've ever remembered that word in weeks. So Lou, yeah, it's noonish. You're awake. You rested up.
What's up? No, yeah, I'm up. It's noonish, and yeah, I've hopped out of my little hammock, because I've got just like a net hammock that I throw into a bag. It's pretty comfy. It's not very good. I gotta have two trees that are the right distance apart. You know what I mean? It's a pain in the butt. But I hop on my skate and I head into town, and I go to check in with Lily and the gang. You know, it's been enough time that we need to get our shit together.
All right. So are you expecting to find Lily at the mansion?
I believe I am expecting to find most people down around Drank Street.
Okay. All right.
I feel like we've. Sorry, I'm so sorry to interrupt you. I feel like we've talked to each other enough in the last couple of days as we've all been beating the bushes, trying to find out more information that we, kind of centered around a particular. Like, yeah, I mean, seems like we're heading towards Drank Street.
Okay. Yeah, and it's early enough in the day that this, Drank Street is dead. It is like those hardcore drunks are nowhere to be found. They're still sleeping it off. And basically you've got a few people sipping coffee out front of Spanky's. A couple of rough looking characters a few blocks down at Duke's.
Nobody that looks like the couple of fellas that chose to take me hostage?
No, the rough characters at Duke's look like just straight up bikers.
But the place I was held in is right there, so I'm keeping a fair circumference away from that spot. I'm keeping that radius at least at a half block, but keeping an eye on it as often as I can.
Right. Well, and the interesting thing is, well, actually, you wouldn't know yet, but the fact is, like, nothing has happened around. What you would know is nothing has happened around that building in the last couple of days. Like, nobody really ran out in pursuit of you. Like, you ran across the street to Spanky's. You talked to Spanky, who didn't super care, and ran back out and met up with your colleagues there, with your union mates, and then sped off, to go get some medical attention for your bumpy head.
Well, then I think I'm gonna reach out to one of the other marshals to try and see if we there, because man, Lou's not the guy to go down there by himself. He's
Nah.
just like a dude.
Yeah.
He's reaching out to the others to try and double check what's going on down there since it's been quiet for 2 days.
Right. Well, yeah, you could talk to a marshal. You could talk to other regulars of the area. Talk to Spanky, of course.
I mean, bringing in either Noah or Nasha or Lily. I mean, like running into them when I get to there. I feel like at this point we're circling the same drain. You know what I mean?
Right. Well, okay. So if you get within, so you're avoiding Spankies even.
I'm within a half a block of the whole location the whole time I'm down it. Like I am circling it. Like I'm not going anywhere closer without anybody backing me up.
Okay. Fair enough. Nasha, what's your day looking like right now?
I think in the morning I would have started to head in that general direction of like Spanky's area.
Mm-hmm.
Since that's about where we said we were going to meet up. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, and you get there and you see you see Lou kind of nervously just skating, looking like your typical a little bit too old to be the skater kid out front of high school having a cigarette, but looking a lot
How
like
do you do, fellow kids?
Yeah, exactly. Fellow youths.
I didn't know it was possible to skate furtively, but here you are.
Yeah, he's not attempting any kick flips at this time. Yeah, nobody gets a kick flip.
What? Don't tip me, bro.
And like,
you made it.
Just running around playing Tony Hawk's Existential Nightmare Extreme 2. I at that point I just nod and start fidgeting with a knife again.
Just being a creeper, just creeping it up.
Leaning against a wall and playing with knives is like 99% of Nasha's social skills.
She's a beautiful human, just absolutely horrifying.
Which is why she spends most of her time leaning against a wall playing with knives.
I like the idea that both Sketch and Nasha are just so like socially awkward that the two of us are going to spend most of our afternoon skateboarding and flicking knives like half a block away from what we're supposed to go do.
Yeah.
Until someone else shows up. And I'm sticking with that narration.
We showed up awkwardly early.
Yeah, exactly.
And we're doing that thing where we show up to an appointment and we're like sitting in a car half a block from where we're supposed to be just so we could get there perfectly on time because we have nothing else to do with our lives.
I mean, Sketch kind of looks like a just general degenerate, so he's expected to be on street corners, so he's kind of there already.
If I could get to like some kind of elevated area, like if I could be sitting on a rooftop somewhere being a creep and flicking knives, that
there's definitely a second story fire escape situation, somewhere around here. I don't know if those actually exist in Murfreesboro, Tennessee, but we're gonna pretend. Let's see here. All right, so Noah, having had this this brainstorm, having put two and two together over the last couple nights. What do you think you're doing today? It's your day off.
What time is the meetup?
Well, it is currently noonish. There was no time set.
Okay.
It's like generally, bad guy 30. That's
show up sometime there. Yeah. Okay. And all right. So around noonish, I'll head down after lunch. I will be fairly casual about it. I will not be trying to get there early or anything, or rush down to wait around.
Well, you do know
not my style.
Yeah, no, naturally. But you do know for a fact that that Spanky's serves 3 meals a day as well as the booze. So that
Right.
might be a good place for lunch.
You buy meals there, right?
I mean, yeah, in the fashion that you
I-
buy stuff, yeah.
I get meals at the Marshall's headquarters, right?
No, they're just not feeding.
Oh.
No, they're feeding
Oh,
the
well, that
kids.
sucks. Yeah, I'll head down there.
Yeah, they feed the
Doesn't even
kids,
come with. I guess they do give me room. They don't have to give me board as well.
right? Yeah, yeah. You definitely have to pay at the mansion.
Yeah. All right. Well, then screw that. I'll
Oh,
head down to Spanky's for a late lunch.
Okay. And on the way, you encounter these two misfits being, creepy. The one has now started to attempt kickflips, but is clearly still just not on his game. He's feeling a little put off, and he keeps biffing it. He's beefed at least. But by the time you meet up with him, you figure, yeah, those shins hurt because he's beefed it a couple times.
Is it that thing like back in high school where everybody was just kind of have a skateboard and occasionally one of them would kind of jump and attempt to do something and then either fall or just land on the ground? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And the board kind of does that one. Yeah.
Board just kind of keeps moving and no one's entirely sure what was supposed to happen, but okay, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The board keeps moving and the rider doesn't.
Yeah.
Or vice versa.
Yeah. And you see Nasha, on a second story, like sitting, like that on the set, legs hanging off, kicking.
Hawkeye in the beginning of the Avengers. Just...
Yeah. Except somehow more creepy. Yeah, and they're
definite air of menace.
Yeah, they're sharing the same awkward space, kind of. They're definitely gathered and concentrating all their creepy right there.
Sharing the same awkward space is an accurate summary of Switchback and Nasha's entire history.
I was going to say it sounds like one of my relationships in college, but here we are.
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah, that'll work. So yeah, you come up upon these creeps.
Hey,
what's up?
What are you? What's going on?
Man, I'm just like, I'm just keeping an eye on that place. You know what I mean? I don't want to see someone else get grabbed, right?
Okay.
But I'm
keeping an eye on this idiot, keeping an eye on that place.
So, how long exactly have you been out here?
Oh,
yes.
I've only been out here like a couple hours myself. Like, it's like, what is it, 2? Yeah, I got here a couple hours ago. Or I woke up like a couple hours ago. Whatevs.
How much time did you spend here yesterday?
Well, some. Not like a weird amount. Maybe. I mean, like, you don't want to see someone get grabbed here, do you? Like, that sucked. There's cockatrices down there. Cockatrices. Is that the right plural?
Lily.
Cockatrice?
Cockatrice? Cockatoo? Coctopi?
Cockatrice is if there's 3 of them.
If somebody make cockatrice poodles, then I'm out.
Cocktrapoos? Yeah. Okay. So
noodles? What?
So all right. Where are you headed? Were you headed to the mansion or I feel like you kind of got to pass in the same general direction, but were you headed to the mansion or?
Well, I would probably call Abdul while I'm on my way to Spanky's to get some more coffee and probably make sure she does not actually encounter the axe.
Oh yeah.
Plus, she has a feeling that Lou's going to show up there anyways, and she really needs to watch that awkwardness happen. All for the tea.
Yeah, naturally. You get a hold of Abdul, and of course that sounds like an elephant call over the phone. He may have just woken up, or it may be afternoon it is afternoon chronologically, but I mean, he could be, who knows? The man likes to keep himself busy. And you know that the only phone that he has, all the phones in the mansion are actually landlines. He Abdul likes to live kind of old fashioned like that. He likes to garden, this giant man. So, he wants to be uninterrupted while he's having his zen. But you do catch him near a phone.
So just gonna be like, hey Abdul, one of the sisters called me. I'm heading over to meet her at Spanky's for coffee. Have we heard from the others?
From the other who?
From the other what?
From your
Dude.
friends? Oh, well, I saw Lou the other day. Noah woke up a minute ago, I guess. I saw him leaving, complaining about not being able to get an omelet. I don't know where Nosh is at, but she doesn't tell me nothing. I'm not in charge. I'm in charge of the house. I'm not in charge of her.
All right. And what about Judith?
Now that is
Yeah,
an interesting question.
Yes, because the sister said she called her and all she got was bird chirping and not clucking hen stuff. No, bird song.
Yeah, that makes sense.
How does
Well,
that make sense?
Well, I mean, it makes sense in the way that it doesn't make sense. It's things of this nature don't make sense. You can worry about it, but not too. I have a note. I have a note for y'all. It'll be fine. But y'all do your thing, okay? You're gonna get some coffee. You might want some coffee. Yeah, you definitely want some coffee. I'll see you in a bit. I'll be in the garden. Gotta water these flowers. Bye-bye. Click.
And she's like, great. She left us a Dear John letter already. All right. Let's go meet that nun for coffee. I definitely need more coffee. This whole thing needs more coffee.
Okay. So the three of you, being awkward near a corner there, do see off in the distance some beautiful shimmery blue and purple and teal hair approaching a couple blocks away near Spanky's.
Yeah, you can definitely see that hair.
Yeah.
Halfway across the town.
And given that there's no crowds here, that it's not.
Here she comes.
At this point, Nasha would hop down from the fire escape.
All right, make a dex save. No,
I mean, I can.
No. That's fine. Because if you do roll a broken ankle, you're getting a broken ankle, and I don't want you to have a broken ankle.
Oh, great.
Yeah, no, bad timing on that one. So yeah, you hop down. And what do you do, guys?
Oh, thank God somebody else is here. I mean,
Well,
you guys are wonderful. You guys are so much fun. Lily!
Hi. Do you think? I feel like there's we should. I feel like there's enough of us that maybe I could be out at the front door, and maybe you guys could go downstairs and check out where those cockatrices were.
I don't know what y'all are doing here, but I am about to get some coffee with that stylish, pretty nun. And since she was talking about Lou, he can check out the basement all by himself.
No, well, I did that already by myself. I did check out the basement by myself already, and I now know I need more people. But coffee is rad. You buying?
Nope.
Then I'm gonna skate out here, bro.
I actually came here for lunch, so I'm going to do that. You can skate out here, I suppose.
Well, if Lou doesn't want to meet that pretty sister again, that's his choice. Maybe you can hang awkwardly by the window.
I mean, all right. I mean, I just don't like. It's weird, not or it's cool. No, I got a sugar packet or something. It'd be cool.
We'll get you some water. You can mix your sugar in some water.
That'd be dope.
Sugar in water.
Sugar. Okay, so this whole time that are you outside? I feel like you probably have met outside of Spanky's on the sidewalk, a very wide downtown sidewalk, but nonetheless. And of course, the few people sitting out there sipping coffee and trying to enjoy a croissant, are like specifically at Lou and possibly at Nasha's giant knife.
What's up? That's a dope croissant, man.
It is dope, man.
The more people are staring at Nasha, the more Nasha's going to be doing increasingly complicated fidgets.
Right.
Like almost juggling at this point.
And during this time, while you're having this conversation, you're hearing like violin music coming in from inside Spanky's. And eventually, Nasha does get to like an apex of top creep with the knife, and that's the time that like clang clang clang, the door opens of Spanky's, and there is this stout dwarf wearing kind of old westy vest and linen shirt situation, and his hair is slicked back and the handlebar mustache, holding the door open. You're creeping out customer, come in.
The master of coffee. Let's go inside. Stop being creepy.
I like to imagine that Nasha got like right to the apex of creepy just before it like rolled over into street performance.
Yeah. Stop playing with knife. Come inside.
This is a flourish. She's just like,
yeah, very, very impressive. Ooh, a 12 knife around. You see what I do with axe? No, I don't show off.
Lou fails at a kick flip and then steps inside.
Just following him in, going, the axe is a show off.
How's the one with the glittery, shiny colored hair, the normal one in this? The one who's paying the least amount of,
effort.
It's pretty
Practice.
simple.
It's like everybody else gets more attention. It's like, yeah, let's go have some coffee. Coffee?
Yeah, Noah is just complete normal city. Like,
I am dressed very well. I'm very fashionable, but other than that, yeah.
Which you catch by posture even that Spanky, like, he notices you, Noah, but like it's like person.
There's other things to pay attention to.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm probably the only, because like I'm also kind of wearing Old West style clothing.
So
or think of clothing that people associate with the Old West. Like I'm in leathers.
But that is a thing. Is in this situation, there are denim. People make denim. It's there. It's out there. Some of those factories,
I wouldn't be in my dress outfit though.
Right. Yeah. So those still exist. So people are walking around in jeans and that sort of thing. But there is a lot of wool, a lot of real basic linen clothing going on. The general aesthetic has kind of returned to that. Not so much, everybody walking around in Mad Max weird, bondage gear or the adjacent accoutrement, but like
that's where I live now.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, that's not what's happening.
Yeah. I mean, they're out there, but they're just not here.
That would be the real self-insert.
We need to go find them.
In so many ways. Hey!
Hey!
But actually, Nasha, you and Spanky like kind of match in terms of like periodic aesthetic.
Yeah, we both look like we're cosplaying Red Dead characters.
Kinda, yeah.
Because one of them is.
Yeah. But yeah, as you all trail into the restaurant, Spanky stupid marshals always having to show off and make themselves spectacle. I'm trying to give discounts. Everybody just chasing people off for days on end. Anyway, what can I get for you?
Water and sugar.
Are you
Coffee.
Coffee, yes.
Coffee, and a pretty stylish sister, please.
Oh, yes. And you step in and you see that she's actually entertaining the few customers that are in there by playing the violin. How she carries the violin, you don't know. Because you didn't see the violin yesterday. Maybe she's been, staying here for the last couple days. Maybe she just brought it in. But yeah, there's a violin. There's a case open on the floor, donations, that kind of thing. And, she's playing for the few people there. And it's not, up tempo. It's nothing that's going to give somebody a headache right, in the middle of the day, although it is 2 p.m. Because you all wake up late. But yeah, and she's doing that thing. And, just the immaculate afro, just like this globe of splendor as she plays, and seems serene, but with a beautiful smile. And then when she sees you, she kind of trails off. Oh, well, hello there. I'm glad you decided to meet me or join me.
Absolutely, but you didn't have to stop on our accord. We don't even have our coffee yet.
Oh, I've been playing for a few hours straight, so it's probably about snack time.
Meanwhile, Nasha's staring in wonder at the fact that you can apparently order a beautiful sister at this restaurant.
Beautiful Sisters is actually primarily vodka and just whatever I throw together at the time from the refrigerator.
That actually sounds
Also
amazing.
good.
Can I get one of them and a cup of coffee and a side salad
I thought you wanted an omelet.
and a basket of fries?
Glad to need basket of fries. Need side salad. And like this tiny little voice from the kitchen, North Country voice, yelling, "You don't have to yell."
Stop yelling at me! I'm not yelling. Yes,
No, I'm
you
not.
are.
This is not the yelling. Stop yelling! Stop yelling at me. And for the lady, for either lady, ladies, calm lady, nice lady, creepy lady. What? What would who like?
This is not the first time Nasha's been called creepy lady.
Fries sounds good. Fries, please.
Fries.
Red and white.
Palms frites.
Red and white with the good mayo and ketchup. Don't give me salad cream.
Egg sauce, tomato jam.
I'll just motion toward the drink that Noah had brought up. That was like, actually, that sounds good.
You sure you want to be twirling knife around in public with alcohol on empty stomach? I saw you almost
Yes.
draw. You might want morsel. You maybe snack time for you. Saltines, only 50 cents pack.
I'll shrug and get some fries and ignore the alcohol in that case.
You could go.
Also, can we get some chamomile tea for Leo? Or some valerian?
For whom?
For Switchback. For Leo?
Oh, for
Lou.
Oh, yeah.
Lou.
No, sorry. For Mr. Nervous here. Can we get him something calming? Chamomile, valerian?
I mean, that'd be
Elephant
nice.
tranquilizer.
I mean, some tea. If there's a bag of tea, I'd have it.
Valium.
Blunt force trauma works too.
Chamomile, no tinctures, do not knock out.
Not knockout chamomile tea, please. My mom called that as its spot, as seed bath. She never liked that. But chamomile tea is good for you.
So, how are my favorite performative weirdos today? I love you all, and I deeply respect the institution of marshals. But well, you've seen you. How are you?
You still haven't seen anybody come out of there?
Well, I saw a big creepy guy night before last, leathery, had a face I wanted to punch in, but I was cleaning glasses, like I do.
Next
My
time,
God.
take the opportunity.
Was I?
Next time, take the opportunity.
Oh, indeed. So you seem nervous. I'm pretty sure that your little place of captivity is empty, or at least the scary guy. I mean, I can't imagine being scared of Hobgoblin, but here you are, kind of jelly-like.
Hey,
but
he was
he's
really
gone
big,
now.
dude. He
So
had a
really-
big tattoo.
Yeah, he had a big tattoo right across his weird the Hobgoblin man titties.
Well, man, it was dark. It was dark in there, and
Yes, yes. He was dark. His teeth are very big. You're very small.
I would have
understand.
got him.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
They snuck up on me, but like that. No, I did. But it was like I don't want to. I'm not like any superhero, man. Like we got all these like strong people around here. I'm just a dude.
And like this, like especially at that last line, like Spanky's eyes are like just like widening. Like you can't quite make out what that looks about, but he's not impressed. That's for sure.
Yeah. Okay. Well, Lou's just gonna wait quietly for his tea then.
He turns to Spanky turns to Nasha. You really hang out with this guy?
Not strictly speaking, willingly.
I mean, you're very pretty. I mean, ladies like you, where I come from with the murder, it's a hot commodity. I'm amazed you're not married to something. Or hanging out with somebody a little bit more impressive. You could be not Marshall and still run around making murder.
I'm considering it more and more.
Oh my!
Oh, good. He's fight sexual.
And he slides a business card across the bar. If you ever need to make a murder on short notice, you know where to go.
That would have been enough to get Nasha to smile for like almost a full half a second.
Hey, Mr. Doctor, Captain Stitches.
Yes.
Yeah. So have you? See, he answers to it. He knows. You can't go around giving people your real name. So now you got Switchback. You got Creepy Lady. You got Calm Lady. Now you got Captain Stitches. That's safety. You don't give people real name. You don't know my real name. You think my name's Spanky. It is not.
The Axe's name's Spanky.
Correct, but who cares if you know Axe's real name? Anyway, the Axe is going to get kidnapped by fairies, whatever. You've heard of you work at hospital?
Medical center, yes.
Yeah. Medical center, yeah. Have you had any weird people come in look like statue lately?
Do you know what HIPAA is? Not the animal, not the.
I was going to say,
not that one.
Most dangerous animal. More than lions. Yeah, that's what they say. I fought lion.
I think dragons technically win now, but yes.
Yeah, you can talk with dragon, but Hippo doesn't care what you have to say.
Well, anyways, it basically means I can't tell you anything.
Oh, fair enough. Fair enough. Well, that's boring. Got the. Oh, I was making drinks. Sorry. Turns around. Goes to doing bartender business over here. And the sister is kind of standing off to the side, like watching all of this circuit of conversation go down. Well, how are you?
Well, I mean, I don't want to speak for everybody, but like I'm good. I'm good.
Of course you are, honey. How are you feeling?
Well, I am just concerned about the the pest problem. I'm a little worried about it, but like that's fine.
Yeah, that sounds like yeah. Yeah.
I'm also
That's reasonable.
I'm looking forward to working for the sisters in the future. Looking forward to that, but it seems like we got to deal with what's going on somewhere here in town first.
Yeah, that seems constructive. It's good to look after your own. Yeah. Uh, oh, Ms. Lagarde, there you are. Yeah, just being quiet as can be over there. What a sweetheart.
You guys were just having a conversation. I can wait.
Well, I guess you could call it a conversation. Yeah. It's so lovely to see you all. You seem enthused to get to work for us, but you seem to be missing one of your number.
Well, Judith is off doing something else right now. We will learn more from Abdul later. So for now, you will have to just deal with us.
Oh, okay. Well, that's
You
kind
know,
of
we will miss her too. We will miss her too.
Yeah, I liked the cut of her jib. She's reasonable enough, level-headed. All right. Well, so it seems then, if I overheard correctly, that Mr. Beekman here was dealing with a mean old nasty hobgoblin.
Yeah, and some cockatrices.
Yeah. Well, those are pretty normal around here. But the weird thing is nobody uses them as attack animals around here. Usually you have to get them away from their natural habitat to train them.
Yeah. And I don't know. And let's be honest, you know, fighting cockatrices would be kind of stupid with all the statues and stuff. That's a lot of cleanup. So you might as well just fight roosters. So I don't know who would come up with this craziness.
Well, the scary thing about a cockatrice is it can kind of fly. And, it does that whole turning your stone thing, and they got those big old claws. But the nice thing is you can shoot them right out of the sky. You don't want to eat them, though. They don't fry up very well. They're real stringy like.
All right. So no eating them. That is good then. All right. So I don't know who would, I mean, you can't really shoot them out of the sky when they're in a basement, but and I really don't know what the frack they actually wanted from him anyways. It's like they were just parking him for someone and we don't even know what they wanted.
After she heard you can't shoot them out of the sky if they're in a basement. If anybody's listening to Nasha, she'd be muttering something about drop kicking them off to the side.
These are all viable options. You just gotta steer clear of the beak. Well, again, I think, and I'm sorry about eavesdropping, but here we all are.
We're not very quiet people.
No. Lou, what's this about a tattoo again?
No, like the main hobgoblin, I guess, although I don't like to use those terms, had a fairly big tattoo on his chest. It looked like a padlock, but like with a skull instead
okay.
of.
Well, those people are wretched, and he
Oh,
he is technically much like we're Homo sapiens, at least most of us. That is a hobgoblin. That's just what he is.
that's
Don't get
what's
him
up.
confused. Don't get him confused with a goblin like Chester. Chester's a good man.
Uh huh. Yeah,
A rough
Chester's
rowdy guy.
dope. I like Chester.
Yeah, but uh, well, anyways, there's a lot of technicality there.
But like this guy he was big. I mean, like Hobgoblin just doesn't seem right. He seemed way bigger than, but like he might have been. But anyway, like yeah, his tattoo was pretty big.
And it looked like a lock that was also a skull.
Yeah, yeah. I'll say that what's weird is like there were two other dudes down there, or at least, well, there might have been like one other dude down there that tried, and the cockatrices, and like Spanky only mentioned the one dude getting out. So like, I think there might still be some dudes down there.
Well, you might be onto something. And just a little heads up, those wretched people with those tattoos, those are called gatekeepers.
Is that a gang?
Yeah, they basically are a gang. They're kind of a national thing. They're mostly in this region. They're real awful like, and yeah, they're trash. So if you beat them up, let them know, and maybe they'll find their way to the light, and they can come join us, and you know, be cleansed of their ridiculousness.
One thing I'd kind of like to just kind of toss in here. So we haven't seen a whole lot more statuification of people, but there have been a whole bunch of claw marks on people that would almost certainly be made by big old cockatrices. So
Where are you
now
seeing those?
that's what's that?
Where are you seeing those now?
At the medical center.
Okay, huh?
So that would imply cockatrices that weren't stoning people, but were attacking people, which doesn't make any sense normally, but does make sense if they're trained specifically just to attack.
That sucks.
So make it out what you will.
And your food has arrived, and you're munching as you're talking.
My coffee is going to be half coffee, a third creamer, and then like the rest sugar.
Have some. All right. Well, that looks terrible, but there's probably more coffee in your beverage there, in your mixed drink. By the way, you're gonna want to be careful with drinking before 5 p.m. Do try to include caffeine and hydrate.
It's my day off. There's caffeine in this, and there's also water in this, so we're good.
You have a point. Let's see here. What time is it there in real life for you guys on the East Coast?
It is 10:52.
10:52. All right. And Kenneth. And by
9:52 in Chicago.
9:52. Let's go ahead and take a tenor. Mr.
Yep.
Producer, you got that? We're going to go ahead and take a little 10-minute break out of the session here and pull ourselves together. Oh, somebody's internet's acting up. Not mine. And come on back. A little bio break for everybody.
Oh, looks like I'm here now. Okay, good.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
Yeah,
There you
you've been here forever. You've always been
secret.
fine. It's just a
Chester's the
goblin hanging out with a bunch of children.
That's his
And-
job. He's driving the bus.
Yeah,
Which
and Chester
traditionally
is
goes
definitely not a common nickname for a child molester. That's definitely not normal and common in society. Chester's fine.
Why are we running under art, by the way?
On the art. Oh, now we're back on stream. Hey, everybody, we're live again. All right. Everybody pull yourselves together.
No.
There. We're done.
I refuse.
So before the break, we had a little palaver there. The captions don't hear palaver, they hear caliber. Anyway, y'all were having a little gathering, a little talky talk. We're giving some information regarding the gatekeepers.
Yeah, they're bad.
What do we want to do with that info?
Murder. Nasha
No.
has very simple solutions to most problems.
Well, we still haven't really found out what's her name. The sister's name. Beautiful Afro is not a name.
No, you haven't asked her name yet.
Well, but she should have basically introduced herself on the phone, right? Sister something. This is
She did-
sister something.
She didn't do that.
Then how would I have known who she is?
You recognized her voice.
Yeah. Right. So she's probably gonna be like, sister, what's your name again?
Oh, I'm Sister Maisie.
All right, Sister Maisie. Why were you asking about the statues? Did you find any statues?
I haven't, but there's been word on the street. I would have thought that y'all marshals might have figured that out.
No,
I
man.
will say statues aren't usually brought to the hospital because there's not a lot we can do for them at that point. So, they could be popping up and, I don't know, being scattered into random parks or whatnot.
The
But-
pretty
Galleries.
point.
Yeah.
Also, does the job we're supposed to be doing for you has anything to do with this at all? Or is it completely unrelated?
Oh yeah, no, we just like a little extra escort.
For what?
Oh well, we're taking these kids up north to take them back to their parents. Some of them are orphans, so we'll be finding new parents for them.
Okay. So you want us to be bodyguards for the kids?
Well, yes, I suppose it'd be bodyguards for the kids more so than for us.
So,
That
and
sounds
when would
pretty
you
good.
want to start that? Do you have a set time when you have to drop them off?
Well, their parents, the ones that have parents, of course, will be expecting them by the end of next week. But if we start early, we can set a nice leisurely pace.
All right. Well, we should definitely look into these cockatrices too. How about reconvene in 24 hours? Re-evaluate?
Well, that sounds just dandy to me. I'll go meet with the rest of the sisters and talk to the sister superior and let them know your little plan.
Mhm.
And
Also,
see
if you
if-
hear anything about these cockatrices for us to, speed this along, or that hobgoblin, that specific hobgoblin, since he probably, I don't know, did Lou break his nose?
Lou missed.
Lou
Lou
missed.
missed.
Never mind, so he's not hurt. So yeah, we gotta do some research on that. But if you hear anything, you got my number.
Absolutely. And, it really is none of my business, so I haven't checked myself, but you might all want to go ahead and take a look at that nasty old basement that Mr. Beekman was stuck in. You never know what you'll find.
Mm-hmm. Well, we'll take that hint. I hide. It's like, Spanky, can we get some to-go cups for what we still got, please?
You can't take my booze out of the bar. I maintain a classy establishment. Yes, you can take coffee though.
No booze
No,
outside,
no.
not an issue.
Yeah. Yeah. Make sure Lou takes his chamomile tea. He will need it because we're gonna check out that basement.
Lou is
If we don't
literally
come
like,
out
if
within the next 24 hours, please call the marshals.
any food that is still remaining on the table, like Lou is just grabbing and stuffing as we walk out.
As Lou is doing that, he feels a pinch on his left butt cheek, and turns around and sees Greta there as she's setting the tiny little gnome Greta as she's setting the to-go cups on the table and hands you a sandwich.
Oh. Cool.
Probably where Spanky can't see it, so shh.
Yeah.
Cool. And slides it into my my messenger bag that I carry. And he's probably still out the door first though.
Yeah, while
All right.
everybody else is saying their goodbyes, pouring over the drinks into the to-go cubs.
As Lou goes out the door, does one of those like you back out the door, kind of open it with your butt or whatever. Sister Mazzy's already going back to playing the violin, and she gives you a wink over her shoulder as she does it.
Nasha's going to assume that wink was for her.
Could be. You never know. You never know. There may come a time where Lou and Nasha have to do a charisma roll-off to see who that wink was for, but
you see, Nasha has too many knives to ever not be confident.
there you go. Yeah. +4 bonus, +4 many knives bonus. There you go. That's how it works in the real world.
I mean, kind of.
Yeah, actually, I work at a convenience store. I've probably seen it.
I think that counts as intimidation and not as charisma.
Intimidation's a charisma stat. That's
Accurate. All right. So yeah, you all are in the process of vacating Spanky's, theoretically. Lou's
Yes.
already outside.
And I'm kind of like standing close-ish to the door, kind of like tilting my head towards like this is it. This is the spot.
Yeah, and if you're actually paying attention, it's like that Lily is actually wearing her synth weave light armor, which looks like it's kind of all black. With like a leather jacket over and some stomping boots with some embroidery of a flower on the side because
Making combat fashion.
Exactly. It's still armor, but she had to put a lily on the side, right? Because special.
Naturally.
I
So
would
she's
say that
actually armored up and ready to go.
Yeah, I would say canonically after Lou's been grabbed, he's carrying all his shit too.
yeah.
He is similarly
Just a
prepared.
spatula of grenades. Yeah.
Satchel of grenades and triggers.
You wouldn't go out half dressed. Because this was a slip up on my brain, I'm going to say that Nasha also had a lapse in cognitive function. She thought we were leaving today, so kidded.
Yeah. You got your bow, you got your sidearm. We never, I don't think, really established what your sidearm is there.
Grappling gun.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. It's I'm scorpioning it up.
Sick.
I am absolutely not in armor, nor do I have
We
a
were
gun.
going
on
out to
me.
lunch.
But knowing that I was also meeting with Lou, I probably would have my medical supplies with me.
Okay.
Because I've seen him skateboard, and you never know.
Right.
Yeah.
Well,
Right.
So having the medical
Lily is
supplies,
totally paranoid because
Yeah.
of the reasons she had to leave home. So yeah, she got her little foldable light machine gun and her collapsible baton, and she's ready because you don't know who's coming for her.
Nice. So yeah, like you emerge from and Spanky, maybe you've heard him muttering that I'd like to install Batwing door, but you have to rebuild whole the storefront. Like reinvest in booze and food. High quality ingredients require sometimes sacrifice. But you emerge onto the street there, or onto the sidewalk. Of course, you're basically directly opposite the building that Lou had emerged from last session. Actually, Lou is the only one that would know specifically, but you're opposite. It's like across the street.
But I was gesturing. That's why I was
Yeah.
gesturing with my head.
Yeah, over here. Yeah, and it's just from the outside. It's just an ugly, partially boarded up storefront.
Like, I know it doesn't look like much, but it's definitely not just an ugly boarded up storefront.
Well, I mean, that would kind of be a good spot to house your criminal dealings and whatnot. Like, you're not going to kidnap somebody and then bring them over to Spanky's. Like, that's a bad idea.
Man, that would have been great though, because like I could have got a tea or something. Like I'm not going in there first if that's okay. I mean, you guys look at least a little tougher than me. I don't know. I'm sorry.
Time.
I've got the black eye and the scars. Sorry, I forgot.
We never did establish how many arrows do I have. There's no things for that in the book.
What does the standard D&D quiver theoretically carry?
Let's find out.
20.
20. There you go.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So I'd be,
Just gonna pull
ready
that
to
up in
go.
the middle of the street. All right.
Yeah, I mean, if we're gonna go into this place,
We
I'm
gotta
gonna
go into
go
it.
at least with an arrow knocked.
Fair enough. You get there like across the street to the door, and it is locked, which is a little anticlimactic for Nasha because, like,
had the bow ready and everything.
yeah. And then it's like,
All right.
And then just
so,
Lou can work on that.
all right.
Lou can go ahead and roll thieves' tools, I suppose. Roll some sleight of hand.
Fair enough.
Try
Yeah,
to
let's
bust
go.
into this piece. So yeah, no, Lou, he sees the door, he's at the door, and he's working on it, trying to make sure it's open.
Cool. Go ahead and roll that for me.
All right. Well, I'm just rolling sleight of hand. Should I add anything for thieves' tools? Oh my god. Okay, cool. 8.
Definitely fumbling with that. Definitely just. Nah.
Fuck.
Nah.
I mean, darn.
It's theoretically a family stream until combat starts, at least. Would anybody else like to make an attempt of some sort?
What are we rolling?
Wow, there is no lockpick there. For you, as a techie, I would say engineering. You're definitely working with, a lock is a machine.
All right. Well, sadly, I will have to roll that with disadvantage because migraines.
Mm-hmm.
It's an int one. Let's see. Engineering. Okay. That's a 6.
All right.
Doors are
Yeah,
a horrible enemy.
This door is definitely presenting a bit of a challenge. Gee whiz. You have
Like,
go ahead.
Lou, you are absolutely sure this is the right place? Like, 100% sure, right?
Yeah, dude. I am like, and he takes a second and like looks around, and I am gonna roll actually for myself. I'm like 60% sure this is the place.
Because, like, maybe we could kick down the door, but if it's the wrong place and we kick down the door, that's real bad.
I mean,
Also, I'm not actually going to kick it down because that will not work at all. But, you know, Nasha looks strong.
Note for the audience: Nasha does not look strong.
Okay, I definitely do not either.
I mean, I
can
look.
I actually use demolitions?
sure.
I mean, to get that door open.
Are we talking like precision demo work, or are we talking duct taping a grenade to the door?
I mean, she got a widget back, which with like $200 worth of spare parts and stuff, and she could probably make Guyver something with like a powder from a bullet.
So here, let's do this. Now that we've thought that through, let's go ahead and do another engineering check using that widget bag to nullify your disadvantage.
Oh, I can use that for that. That is cool. I did not know I could do that.
I mean, you're the GM giveth and the GM taketh away, but yes.
All right. It's a 7.
Well, that went well. Marginally better than last time.
Okay. This one is going to dice jail.
Okay.
Do we need to like call other people?
Do we need to go get Spanky and the axe?
I think
Love that.
I
band.
might have something, and he pulls out a small grenade.
Okay. I say kick down the
We're
door.
all gonna die.
Well,
All right,
okay, fine. All right, cool. No, never mind that. Puts it back.
Why do you even have
Switchback
that?
goes down and duct tapes the grenade to his boot.
And Switchback would like to make another attempt on the door with his lock picking tools, if he may.
Okay.
Okay, 24.
All right.
Thank
Okay.
God.
You.
Something
After,
got rattled loose with the...
yeah, after just a little bit of Ace Ventura, you get the door to open.
I do not go in first. I just open it for someone else. Nasha's in there.
Yep. Nasha's going in first with a grappling hook at the ready. I just checked my character sheet. I do also have a revolver, but I'm using the grappling hook.
It's concussive damage. It's not going to insta execute somebody. Yeah. Go ahead and what is your marching order?
I mean, I'm in front, but beyond that, I don't.
Yeah.
Nose goes. It looks
like-
like it's Noah next.
Yeah, all right. That's fine.
All right.
He has no weapons and armor. This is a brilliant idea.
I don't think any of us do, actually. It seems like, except for maybe some synthweave.
Yeah, just synthweave.
Well, since she left her home under interesting circumstances, yeah, she got her light machine gun and her collapsible baton. She got the baton always, but she got her. It's a little one of these foldable ones.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the machine gun should be behind the medic. That's how military strategy usually works.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, then, if he's the medic, then Lou will take the back, I guess. Behind Noah.
Yeah. I guess
That
Lily will
makes
be
the most
second.
sense, I think.
I like how the sniper is going in for close quarters.
Turns out you're the warrior.
It's like you're the one with the knife, so you know.
At some point, spoiler free, I'm saying this. At some point, you will see both the pudding and the proof regarding snipers in close quarter combat.
I'm not even a little bit surprised. I've got over 200 hours playing shoddy snipers.
Yeah, they're dumb. It's out of hand. Anyways, that's enough meta.
Well, if it's Gibbs, then everybody doomed. If it's sniper or knife.
Yeah, it's a big deal. All right, so let's see here. Okay, so Nasha in front, then Noah, and then
No, Lily,
No,
and then
no.
Noah.
We're doing
Alright.
Lily, then Noah.
Okay, good call. Yeah, way to be. I'm proud of you guys.
So
We're
gonna be
not shooting
dumbasses
the medic.
today.
No, the way I'm rolling, we're not shooting the medic.
Yeah,
You might
no.
not be.
Lou is paranoid as hell in the back, for sure.
All right, so head on in. So Nasha, first thing that you encounter is it smells dusty.
I wouldn't know that. Nasha
Oh.
doesn't have a sense of smell.
Oh, okay, fair. So you don't encounter that. Just a rough time.
Nasha's
you
an
know?
osmic.
Yeah, it's dark in there. Yeah. Gosh, if you're a Nosmic, can you taste?
A little bit, but not much.
Okay.
I'm an osmic. That's why I.
Fair. Yeah.
I just love that it came up in day one.
Yeah. No, that's fine. That's reasonable. I didn't engineer that. I don't have to feel bad about it. It's not on the nose if you didn't do it on purpose. On the nose. Hey,
oh God.
Hey, yes. Still somebody.
Give you that one on the grounds that it wasn't intentional.
Yeah.
And everyone left the stream.
All right. So,
Wait, he actually left. I don't think that was on
I hit the
purpose.
wrong damn button.
Nice. All right. Excellent. Feeling good about this. Okay. So essentially you get the sensation of gritty dust kind of if you're even slightly inhaling through your mouth, you kind of get that going on. Lily, same thing. You can smell the dust. It's ancient, and by ancient I mean decades.
Okay. Well, while we're moving, I want to use my coloration thing that I have, which just means I'll gain advantage to my next stealth check. So she will kind of fade into the environment, even though you don't think she would be able to. But yeah, I mean, you guys can see her because
That's cool.
maybe somebody else will overlook her.
Yeah, you guys notice, you can see her, that she's there. You were watching her as she kind of did that, but it's not quite like, predator level, but it's pretty impressive. It's a little like, whoa. And the light is low in here. All you're getting in here is through the steel shutters on the windows. No lights are on otherwise. Would you all like to make stealth checks or just raw dog this sneak challenge?
I'd be making a stealth check. I'd be sneaking, like from the moment I step into the doorway.
All right. Well, let's get those.
So 14.
9?
So 18.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20.
So we got a 14, 9, 2 dirty 20s.
No, I'm at 18. I rolled a 14, but I have plus.
Oh, okay. So an 18, 2 20s, and a 9.
So the group is at 9.
Yeah. Well, one good thing that comes out of that is as you knock over an old trombone on one of the shelves, it doesn't obviously there's nobody breathing into the mouthpiece, so it doesn't make a hilarious womp womp. But that's how you feel about it. You do hear, fuck was that?
Okay, there's someone in here.
Shut up, dude.
Lily is probably, by now separating from the group. And
Yeah, well, the token white guys are stage whispering. I'm gonna be
we're like
looking forward.
trying to, like get away from them and like go
Yeah.
Let's get away from the target.
Just doing one of these, just kind of fading out. And this is everybody here is too young to have ever actually seen a secondhand store when they were operating. But and when they were secondhand and not like fifth hand. But secondhand stores are kind of where people get stuff at this point. Like if you have any clothes that aren't wool or linen, you probably raided a secondhand store or went and actually purchased your stuff there. Lou is covered in head to toe with ultratone neon, early 1990s stuff that definitely came out, it's 15th hand clothing.
Got a bright, like a neon green and pink windbreaker.
Yeah. Tied around his waist, wearing Jinko shorts, and some Chuck Taylors, and probably a Stussy t-shirt. But snapback cap optional. But you're kind of looking at shelves, gondola shelves, left and right there, and a few rows of those. There's a little bit of a light source off to your far forward left-hand side. Otherwise, not a whole lot. And you think, let's get an all group perception check real quick.
Oh, that's less than ideal.
24.
12.
10.
Not the worst.
And only because I have a +5 to it.
All right. Well, Lily, specifically, as you're shattering off to the side, I'm going to go with you were moving off to the left. And so you specifically saw the light source. That was actually, you think, where that voice came from. You might have heard just a little bit of double sound through the floorboards and from that area. At a 24, come on, you gotta get some extra info.
Yeah. So she'll probably get out her gun and just try and stealth closer to see who or what that is, and trying to cover her louder friends.
Comrades. All right. All right, let's see here. We're not in initiative order or anything like that. So I want to say that Noah would have probably seen, as Lily kind of shuffled off to the side, he might have tracked a little bit and seen her pull her gun.
I am going to pull nothing out because I don't have my guns on me.
You do have many shelves. There was a trombone, after all.
I don't know. You got a scalpel? Give you a met bag?
Quite probably. That doesn't seem like a good fighting instrument for me.
Fighting instrument? There is a trombone.
Look, the trombone's made enough noise. I'm not going to pick that up and just
doot them to death.
Somehow make this worse.
The medic bag might do bludgeoning damage.
Yeah,
Death by jazz.
I think running away will probably be what happens when I get into the fight. Running away and helping you guys. That's what I'm here for. Okay.
All right.
So I'm just kind of creep forward, kind of behind, but still, like, obviously I'm
with a 9.
alert. but and not super sneaky about this whole thing because it's dark in here, right? It's dark in here. Yeah, it's dark in here. There are shadows everywhere. It's hard to see exactly where your feet are going.
And after a couple of minutes or seconds, you hear the classic, I don't know, I want to say Konami. That's probably nothing. And then some kind of just a little bit of extra bass, like some music with some bass going on through the floor. You can't make out the lyrics. A lot of kind of high-pitched screeching vocals, something about being in black and being back, something like that. Yeah. Coming up through the floorboards there. And possibly, yeah, through that aperture that Lily has seen.
All right, so what's the lay of the area where she's now approaching whoever? Heard nothing.
Well, yeah. So as you approach that lighted area, it's a downward staircase. That light source was a downward staircase.
Want me to throw a smoke bomb down there? Cause that would suck.
I mean, did you even realize we're gone?
Me? I mean, I'm in
Because
the back, I guess.
Because you were discussing, and then Noah was the only one who followed me.
Nasha was in the lead, so Nasha's actually probably approaching from
the other side.
I would be. We split off, so
yeah.
I don't even.
If
know
I would have gone left,
stairway
he would have gone right.
Yeah.
Oh shit! Then Sketch probably got left in the middle because it's our first time going on mission, and he looked around and no one else is there. He's like, "Oh fuck!"
Hey, where did everybody go?
And he he just picked up his skateboard and kind of just listening.
That's a pretty good bludgeoning weapon. I like it.
All right. So you guys have approached the staircase, correct? Two of you?
I mean, yeah, somebody is kind of stomping around like Horton Hears a Who behind me, even without the trombone.
Yeah. So what are you guys going to do? This is your opportunity.
Can she see anything when she looks down there, or is it really just the steps? Or can she peek in and see where everybody is?
Well, you can see down. It's a single flight of stairs. 15 feet downwards. Diagonal. You can see that this area is lit. It's concrete floor, definitely basement. There's a soccer ball kind of a little bit off to the side down there. Probably a storage space, or maybe it was another shopping space at one point.
Can I see whoever was talking?
You cannot currently. You do see just a shadow kind of in the throne light, briefly. And as a matter of fact, go ahead and give me a perception roll on that.
That's an 8.
Okay.
I'm probably distracted by the medic behind me.
Yeah, there's that, and maybe concentrating, wondering if you can communicate in any way with Nasha there without making any sort of extra noise. Not Nasha. What are you doing at this point? I assume that you've actually got both Lily and the staircase in sight right now.
Yeah, if I've got them both in sight, I would want to. I mean, how big is this room? Not very large, yeah.
The room that you came in through, the shopping floor, essentially the show floor, whatever, 50 to 100 feet long, pretty decent sized small business storefront size. You
Okay.
can't see the size of whatever's downstairs.
Right. I would want to be sure that there was nobody else on this floor before I went over to join Lily and Noisy.
Okay. Let's see here. Let me do something real quick. Let me check something for you. Yeah, your whiz situation. I'm just gonna let you know, and like even on passive perception there, yeah, there's
empty.
nobody up there. Yeah, that's not a thing.
Okay.
And honestly, like from the moment that trombone hit the floor and nobody showed up right away, yeah, you put together that.
Figured, but didn't want to assume.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Then in that case, I'd head over in Lily's direction.
Okay.
I just want to point out that 10 is average and 9 is barely below average. I am not an elephant playing the trombone sneaking. I am a slightly less quiet than average sneaking man.
Less than average is not quiet. That is just it's like yeah. What? How quiet are you?
When attempting to
below
sneak,
average.
yes, I am. I'm a below average sneaker right now.
No,
you're not below average.
Correct, Noah. That is a fantastic stealth score for a villager. So yeah, amongst normies, amongst people with 5 hit points, you did great. On the other hand, okay, so and then Lou, what have you done? What have you done for me lately? No, but what have you?
I'm tracking to the group. I'm not going off wandering on my own. Like I am staying close to the center of the average. No, I'm trying to stay close to everybody.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And then Noah, actually, what have you done in terms of motion there?
Probably just kind of almost mimicking Lily, but about 2 feet behind.
Okay.
And without a weapon.
All right.
If she's holding a weapon, I am not, because that's silly, but
You could choose to take a look at the shelves. There are many objects of different types on the shelves here.
Yeah, sure. Let's take a look at the shelf.
All right. Go ahead and do a search roll, please.
And by search, do you mean investigate or perception?
We'll do investigate.
Okay. That is going to be a 9. My favorite number.
Damn, son.
Yeah.
You find a claw hammer.
Do I find something more ridiculous, like a can of soup? A can of soup sounds fun.
For your family?
No, just to throw at somebody.
Oh.
I'm making no pretense. I'm just throwing
Is this Hitman?
No, I will grab the hammer though, because
yeah, I'd love to say you found
not
soup.
gonna be used, but
I'd love to say you found some soup, but it would have to be for your family, and also it would all be spoiled on the shelves here by now. It's been like 70 years.
Yeah, but it's still a can that's gonna hurt, and actually spoiled would be even better because it breaks open on them. Nausea.
Like straight up, what is it? Anyway, no.
Put it in a sock.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Anyways, if you did that, yeah, I mean, you'd have to do. I'd make you roll some checks, but yeah,
that's a bad idea. I'm gonna fail them.
Yeah, 9s across the board. All right. So, yeah, you got a claw hammer. Lily has a machine pistol or gun of some sort. Lou is probably holding grenades, like a pair of
skateboard. I'm holding my skateboard up.
Skateboard, and of course Nasha has her bow at the ready. What are we gonna do here at the?
Did I take my bow out? Okay.
Oh, I thought you did take your bow out.
I wasn't sure if I had time to take my bow out or if I was still doing the knife in one hand, grappling hook in the other.
Oh yeah, I forgot you were walking around with the knife and the grappling hook. It's up to you entirely.
If I know there are people downstairs, I'd have taken my bow out.
Okay.
The grappling hook is very much we're going to be seeing someone imminently that I need to knock over
Mm-hmm.
and or impale.
Right. I think of the grappling hook as one of those three, like the 3 or 4 hooks. So it's like a bludgeoning weapon. Anyway, all right. Well, there you are.
Yeah. Since she can't see, Lily would probably be trying to quietly try and make it down the stairs with her gun at the ready. And I still don't know why it's doing 1d4 piercing damage when the baton is doing 1d4 bludgeoning damage. I don't think maybe I did that wrong.
Well, first of all, it's going to be 2d4.
Oh, because we're leveled.
Well, no, because Ultramax.
Oh, Ultramax, yeah. But
oh
still,
yeah.
it was like weird.
And then for anybody watching the stream still, Ultramax is essentially Deus Ex Machina's hard mode mod or realism mod for their system. So weapons you basically add one of their damage die. Armor doesn't add AC; it adds actual armor. And there are a few other modifications that you'll see should you continue, as you should. Okay, so so 2d4. 2d4, really? What gun is that?
It's a light machine gun. And I'm not sure if I actually looked at that right, because I was like, I looked at it now and I'm like, did I do this right?
Yeah, I think you looked at that.
The different fire rates really can bump that up and do a lot of cool things.
Yeah.
The different types of fire, yeah.
I'm going to pull that gun up, huh? Because 118. Yeah, no, 1d4
piercing,
automatic. Yeah, that doesn't seem.
It says auto 1d6. That's 40 shots. Because it's a light one, I guess.
Light machine gun, 1d4 piercing, auto 1d6, light reload. Yeah, that's weird, but that means it's 2d4 or 2d6.
It's also just 4 pounds, so it's like.
Yeah.
It's
machine gun. That's an M. Anyway, it's a light machine gun. It's an M60. You're carrying a saw. You're carrying a squad automatic weapon. I don't understand. Anyways, I never looked at that entry. All right, so there you are, though. You're being very stealthy, carrying this giant rifle on your tiny frame. Yeah, everybody's good. Yeah, Lou's got his board, got his hammer, got a bit of a Abbott and Costello moment going on. So you're leading your way down there, and you do make it to the foot of the stairs, and you see, since you were expecting something weird, it's not as terrifying as it was for Lou. You see a guy, basically black cargo pants, black boots, black t-shirt, black ball cap. You're seeing him from behind, and he's kind of hunched down, and he's feeding what looks like raw meat to these 2 disgusting animals. These 2 real grody, stringy looking attack dog sized chicken boys.
And he's the only one there. He was talking to himself. Do I see anybody else?
Do you? Would you like to do it?
Our marching order has changed, right? You're in here first.
Yes. I went slowly. All right, perception, I guess. No, we are not rolling the one that went to dice jail. Ooh,
Should I be rolling perception as well, or am I not?
17. Well, you didn't come down the steps yet, did you?
I that's what I was asking, because I would have been on your heels, but
okay, so yeah, you can both do that. You can roll a perception too if you want.
No, I don't see anything.
Okay. Well, regardless, Lily does. You see directly out of your peripheral vision because there are shelves this way and shelves this way, and then there are shelves beyond that way. Some beer kegs and random stuff like that. But you see out of your peripheral vision a figure moving towards you. Go ahead and roll that beautiful initiative footage.
All right.
All right.
13.
Okay.
Should I be rolling this too, even if I didn't see them?
Yeah, it's time.
Oh, cool. 15.
22.
Jesus.
At the top of the stairs.
Exactly.
I am
Lou, we missed you.
fast.
And 18 for Lou. So like we're at the top, just like, oh shit, they're
Super
doing
ready.
stuff.
Super ready for
Go
this.
down there.
You said 24, Noah?
22.
22. Okay. 18 for Lou. Not looking bad. Lily, you go first. Yeah, you've got a figure rolling up on you with pretty big knife.
Bigger than me?
Yes. Yeah,
Wow.
this is a full size guy. Like it's definitely like a fairly large silhouette. Not freakishly large. Probably the same size as like a little bit bigger than Lou.
No, I was asking because she got the charge shot, but she can only shove targets back who are the same size or smaller as she are with her shot. So that will not
in
be.
terms of size class, this is
Yeah.
not a large size. This is still a medium-sized creature.
Okay.
So, yeah.
So it's same size, basically same size class as me.
Yes.
All right. Then she wants to raise her gun and use her, charge shot, which is 1 tech point. So if she hits, she'll shove him back 5 feet.
Right. Do it to it. Yeah.
15.
Oh my god. My computer freeze just now? No. Okay.
No, I see you.
Yeah. No, everything's fine. Everything's fine. We're all fine down here. How are you?
I rolled a 15.
Yes, you
Yep.
rolled a 15.
Does that hit?
Yes, it does.
All right, so I'm shoving him back 5 feet, and I'm doing 2d4 plus 2 damage because I took the Midas touch as my.
Plus
So
your
my
dex
damage bonus increases by plus 2.
and your dex bonus as well.
Oh, well, dex bonus is just plus 1, so it's plus 3. 2d4 plus 3.
Okay.
Okay, 3, 6, 9.
Okay. Were you aiming anywhere specific?
Probably central mass.
Okay. And then that does pushback, right?
5 feet.
5 feet. Okay.
Push 5 feet back.
This figure like stops in their tracks, stumbles back onto their butt, yells out, and is grabbing for the same kind of side that's holding, with the arm that's holding the knife. Let's see here. Next up.
Can I use it says I can use dash as a bonus action. Can I try and dash into cover?
You sure can, yeah. So you've got shells to either side of you. They're not super solid, but they'll offer you like basically light cover. Basically,
Yeah, and she wants to get out of the way so that the others can come and
do the thing. Yeah, join in. All right. So getting into actual initiative order here, we're gonna go. Noah, what are you doing?
I am behind Nasha, correct?
Yes.
Delaying until after Nasha does something.
Okay.
Seeing as we can't really see anything, correct, from our position? Like we have some kind of ideas, but we obviously saw a push, but we don't really.
I think Nasha can see. Well, what you guys both saw for sure is Lily gets to the bottom of the stairs, pauses for a second, turns to the side, squeezes the trigger, and then moves backwards, kind of. So like Lou, for sure, you kind of see Lily just disappear this way as she fires. And then you hear a cry out that's definitely not Lily. Nasha definitely saw the guy once Lily fired. I think Noah's just basically back like a square, so you
Right.
kind of got the corner intervening.
Yeah, no, I'm going to wait until Nasha does something.
Okay. Next up is going to be Lou.
Lou is not going to try to squeeze, but because we're like up on a stairway, right? At this point, or are we in the open room fully?
No, you're on a stairway, but it's 2 people wide.
2 people wide. Okay. Well, I guess I'm going to try and dive down past the group on the stairs and try and get behind a shelf, because I remember there were like shelving units and storage around there. Try and get a shelf between me and combat.
Okay. Yeah. If you want to do it real rad, okay, first of all, you have the movement to do it. You can hop down that staircase onto your board. And
it's pretty sick.
Yeah. Sick
And then once I'm down there, I'm gonna spend most of my turn just getting a look around the room, trying to see what's happening.
Okay, so you can definitely, as you hit your board at the foot of the stairs, you see the guy on the ground over there. He's kind of rallying himself, trying to pull himself together. You see the dude at the end of the, kind of farther into the basement, whip around, reaching for some sort of weapon. And then you see the 2 god awful cockatrices. Weird chicken noises, agitated poultry sounds. So that's your turn. Let's get on to So the one guy who's been hurt, who's been shooted. Let's see here. Do one of these. Manages to pull himself up, but that's all you can really do. Oh, Nasha, sorry, that was your turn. I'm a bad friend.
Oh, great. Okay. I mean, I've got an arrow knocked. So I'd follow up with the one that Lily was shooting at, assuming he's still standing.
Well, no, he was on his butt on the floor. So, she knocked him down. Yeah. Oh, not dead. Yes.
Yeah.
This is a living being. Yeah. Go for it. Yeah.
It's like, I don't want to shoot a corpse.
Yeah. Now you are firing shooting a large bow and arrow. Given the option of terminating this life form right now, or just mildly maiming it, which would you prefer?
Incapacitate without killing, if possible.
Okay. So we could do.
I wouldn't be too choosy, but
yeah. Would you like to do an aimed shot, dealing with an extra 2 to the DC, or you just gonna go? You're just gonna take the shot.
I think I'd want to make an aim shot.
Okay. We want to shoot the hand or something holding the knife, or
I want to, because I don't know necessarily if these guys need to die.
Fair.
By which I mean I don't know if I'll have a valid excuse later. So until I know if I can excuse my habit, I'm gonna want to play it safe. So yeah, I'll probably aim for, if he's got a knife, then yeah, I'd aim for the knife or the hand holding it.
Okay. All right. Go for it.
I'll probably aim for, if he's got a knife.
Standard shooting, it's going to be D20 plus dex plus proficiency.
Cool.
You're not going to get the scope thing of +1 at this range.
Yeah, obviously. Oh, wow. Okay. That's a D20 plus dex plus proficiency. So that's 22.
Yeah. You just clank and like forearm, pinned to some sort of wooden box on the shelf. And
the bit at the beginning of Winter Soldier with the knife going.
Yeah. Or maybe, Starship Troopers.
Yeah.
If you can't fight, if they can't hold a knife. Yeah. And he's laying there reaching, making all those noises. Okay, so that guy actually doesn't pull himself off the ground. Bring us around to the dude at the end of the hall who turns around.
I wanted to go after
That's
Nacho.
right.
Clear that.
Yeah.
So I'm going to run down kind of into the main room area.
Mm-hmm.
And so there's now the one guy and the two cockatrices, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's basically how it is. Okay. And has the guy like turned to face us yet? Or
he's kind of
like, what?
Yeah, he's a little bit like, oh, yeah.
Okay. I'm going to throw my hammer at him.
Super good. Do it.
I'm assuming I'm not proficient in that.
Are you proficient in throwing
It's probably not going to matter because it's a 20. Not a roll, but a 20 total.
Yeah, you hit.
All right. What is the damage on a thrown hammer?
Oh, man.
I have legitimately no
depends
idea.
on the hammer.
Yeah, I'm really upset that I'm not gonna lie. I'm really upset that machine gun is only 1d4 or 2d4 because a thrown hammer seems like a 2d4.
That's kind of what I was thinking.
Yeah, like actual machine.
I mean,
gun.
because my baton is 2d4 bludgeoning.
Yeah.
That's adding my dex to it, correct?
I think it would be strength for thrown. Wasn't
No,
always...
well, then it was, if we're rolling off of strength, to hit as well? Because I was going off of dex.
Go off of dex this time. We'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out. Cool. I'm probably not going to be throwing that many hammers in the game, don't worry. It's a total of 5 damage.
Okay. It hits him. It's not a real solid one, but you get a nice little clink noise out of it. It's like, but he, kind of does a bit of a curly, and then like stands up and pulls out a knife, and you're the one out in the open.
Okay, I'm going to move back up the stairs if I have any movement left. Like,
yes.
Not all the way, but, back kind of.
Yeah, fair. Yeah. So he's charging at the person who just threw, like, who throws a hammer? And, like, comes at you. Which puts him actually basically wedged in between Lily and Nasha. But it's actually Lou's turn.
Actually, doesn't it come back around to Noah? Because
my initiative moved to back.
Oh, now your initiative is at the end.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
Yes, that brings it back to me. Okay, so yeah, as he's like running, this is Lou's move. As he's running in between them, he's just gonna take his skate and he's gonna slip it under his feet, and just completely home alone this guy.
You know what?
Take him out.
That's a great idea. I'm gonna pretend. I have to give you advantage on that, because that's awesome, and that's how I like to do things.
Okay. Appreciate it.
We're gonna use on Lou here. That's another. I think that's another sleight of hand, dude.
I'll appreciate a sleight of hand at advantage. Sure. That's gonna be 17.
Yeah, that happened. Damn. All right. So we're gonna see what that dex save looks like for this guy. It happened, but he hits the ground. Like nothing really intense happens, but he yeah. Knife flies free of his hand. He's a righty, so it actually goes past your feet, Lou, and so he's laying there on the ground, splayed out. Basically, he might have broken his coccyx. We don't know, but here we are.
And I chase off to the end of the basement where my skateboard skittered off to,
which is actually again in the direction that he was traveling, so towards the stairs.
Yeah, so I am at the base of the stairs meeting my skateboard.
Yeah. Okay. Jeez. Okay. Actual, by the way, because I did screw up initiative order last go around. Kind of let Lily go ahead because you got the perception check up front, but it's going to be Nasha here.
Okay.
I got to
Um,
act before the combat started.
Yeah.
The what, really? I thought I rolled the lowest. Okay.
You had a 15, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So the guy that I just pinned to the wall is not an issue. And somebody else is, so this guy's prone, right, with the skateboard?
Yeah, the guy, yeah, he's prone. Yeah, he's not prone.
All right, we've played pin the hand on the wall. Let's play pin the hand on the ground.
Okay. Are you gonna run up on him to do it?
Yeah. And I have or no, I didn't take that one. Never mind. So I was gonna say I didn't take perfect tracker. I took snapshot. Okay, so yeah, I'd run up to him and point blank.
I'm gonna say
shove an arrow.
You're on top of them, so you basically, yeah, you're negating that disadvantage for them being prone and you firing a projectile weapon. And your ability set anyway negates being within 5 feet and using a gun. So do it to it.
Natural 20.
Its
hand is gone.
I would also like to add that I'm going to use medical expertise here, so it'll do an additional 3 damage. I'm using my reaction to basically, as long as she can hear me.
I'm just trying to disarm this guy.
You're going to disarm this guy.
Yeah.
I'm not even using explosive tipped arrows, but this dude's hand explodes.
But that's the thing. Is like, yeah, you come up on him and maybe just the heat of the moment, you stand over him, you draw, and you just kind of let that arrow go a little early. And it doesn't, you meant to shoot him in the forearm. You didn't let yourself track along the arm long enough, and it goes right through the shoulder, right into the concrete floor. You have incapacitated both of these individuals, and that is the session. We are going to leave it there. I'm so proud of you. Also, of course, heads up, the cockatrice are chained up. So,
we figured when they didn't attack us, something was up. Yeah.
I was worried guy number 2 was about to like, oh fuck, I'm gonna get these guys out, and I was like, no,
Throw hammer, slide skateboard. That's gonna be our new move now. Right? That's what we do. That's what we do.
That was a good tag team move.
I run in, throw a hammer, run off. When they chase me, you throw a skateboard at them. Brilliant.
Not gonna lie, Nasha walking down the stairs, like the moment Nasha saw the cockatrices, it would just be like the first thought was, I wonder if I put their beaks on a stick, if I can make petrifying arrows.
And I don't know. Actually, that stuff is out there. I might have even ordered the book for that and just haven't received it yet. But I can't remember traditionally if that's the case. If we can go ahead and we're gonna, I think, kill the Twitch feed now. We can chit chat for a few minutes, but I do want to let my my East Coasties get to sleep and be ready and fresh for tomorrow. And my awesome. Okay.
You record all of this. Everything must be recorded for posterity.
Do not miss anything.
Never stop recording.
Oh, good.